We all have journeys that shape us. For one man on this pit crew, the journey started 18 years ago in a single moment with a young driver.
To just have one visit with a particular child, to then see the prosperity that he has and the dreams that he has, to be able to go out there and achieve some of that, makes you really feel good.
How did Kyle Busch affect your life?
Changed my whole life.
Charles Brown's journey began in 1996 in Liberia, a West African country torn by civil war.
I seen my mom struggle. There was no money, no food. There was refugees camps and all that. My father saw what was going on in the country. My dad wanted me to come up here to further my education. That was the whole reason for me to come to the United States.
In early 2006, Charles, his brother Dustin, and his father arrived in North Carolina, but the transition was hard.
Had nightmares for like 6 months straight, being there, just from stuff that happened back home, the war. So it was rough, but we'll overcome a lot of adversity in our life.
That adversity continued just months after arriving, when Charles and his brother were removed from the family home after being physically disciplined by their father.
The parenting style of African parents and American parents is totally different, right? My dad did that because my brother got in trouble. So when your kids are unsafe at home, Department of Social Services can come and get you. So that's what they did. They came and got us. I was like, now I don't know what my life's gonna be at all.
Charles and his brother were sent to live at the Church of God Children's Home, a group home for children. Not long after, a 21-year-old NASCAR driver paid a visit there, which he still remembers vividly.
I remember going to Church of God and having a pizza party. Went over there and was just to have kind of an afternoon with the kids and to be able to just take their mind off of their situation for a little bit.
I was like, okay, cool. I was like, I don't know nothing about NASCAR, but guess what? I'm about to go get the free pizza today. But I started getting curious, and I started asking questions.
Charles was the one who just kind of kept coming up and asking the questions, and I was like, this one's intrigued.
And I was just like, oh, what you do for a living? You know, how fast the car go? Just asking questions. I was intrigued. I was intrigued in the sports from the jump. From that day forward, every Sunday, I was glued to the TV, cheering for Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch driving for his life right now, pulling away for the rest of the field.
A decade after their meeting, Kyle Busch won his first Cup Series title.
The championship goes to Kyle Busch.
Yeah, you guys are awesome! Oh my God!
Just months later, Charles met Busch again at Dover to tell him he was starting his own path in NASCAR.
No problem, man. Well, I appreciate you saying something, and I'm glad it's all worked out.
I started going to Excalibur Pit School, learning. I just fell in love. After that, I was like, yeah, this is exactly what I meant to do.
Now, 8 years into his career, 18 years after meeting that young driver, Charles Brown is working for the same race team as Kyle Busch, both part of Richard Childress Racing.
Charles now, he's a B or a C team guy right now, where he works in the Truck Series, he works in the Xfinity Series, and he pits different teams in those, and he's still working his way in order to get to the top tier Cup team.
What's the goal?
Be on the 8 car in the pit, and hopefully, by the grace of God, help him win the championship. That's the goal.
I think that would be remarkable. I mean, that would just kind of show the determination and the work ethic and everything that Charles has put into wanting to live out his dream.